All right, we've got a lot to break down in this one, and it was a good one for sure. I had a big hand with pocket fours versus kings. It's going to come up a little bit later, but I'm also going to be diving into the feelings of why you probably tilt so easily and what you can start doing to control it better. And for those of you watching for the first time, I like to give a little background on myself. I've basically been playing for like 2 decades. I hop on about 4 times a week playing mid stakes. I don't have one type of strategy like GTO, ABC, or whatever. I really focus on two things. The first is making good decisions because at the end of the day, that's what we have control over. And the second thing is that I try and use strategies against my opponents and exploit them as much as possible, meaning I will bluff without hesitating if I think somebody is weak. And after playing so many hands, you just pick up on little things a lot quicker. Of course, as I'm getting in this, I want to let you guys know we have an awesome community in the pinned comments section where you can talk with me one on one as well as with other high level members. Now, if you're stuck or hitting a wall at your current stake and want to take things more seriously, I highly recommend getting in it. Also, if you could tap the like, and let's get right into this. So this is also going to run for close to 20 minutes. So, grab a bottle of water, some Gatorade, or some coffee, and let's lock in. Okay, now I'm going to give you some insight on how to manage tilt better. And look at this river card right here. I mean, come on now. I actually just went for it all right here. I thought maybe he would call, but let's check this out before I talk about managing tilt because, I mean, come on now. Yeah, man, we're just going to put in the 331 piece right here. I mean, why not, right? I was actually thinking this guy might call. Clock's going to run down a little bit here. Let's see what his decision was. But talk about a river card. I mean, how did we get there? How did we get there? I was basically bluffing this the whole way, and then we somehow get there on the river. I'll tell you what. All right. All right. As he's making this decision right here, let's just talk about tilt. So, but here's what happens, right? The moment something doesn't go our way, like a bad beat, a dumb decision, we take it personally. Now, tilt isn't just about the loss, it's about the story we're telling ourselves afterwards, like I'm unlucky, I'm cursed, I deserve better. That's what sends us over the edge. We chase, we spiral, we snap. But the craziest part is tilt always starts with one tiny moment where emotion replaces logic, and we never notice it until it's too late. And I could totally think of times where I've tilted in the past where, it's like 30 seconds or even less after I made a decision. I just knew like I should have just stopped. And really, the way what I do, guys, is you don't have to do this, but I take a break, right? If I'm feeling like I'm tilting a little bit, I'll take like a 3 or 4 hour break and I'll come back later on in the day or whatever. Or sometimes I'll just quit for the day. Those are the two things that I do. And basically what it does, it lets me refresh my brain, refocus, and kind of look at the bigger picture. Because you got to understand, man, this is a long-term thing and you're just going to have bad days, just like everybody else. We're all going to be going through it, but when you start to get to know yourself a little bit better, you can start to understand some of the different triggers going on with you, you know what I'm saying? And then you start making better decisions, right? But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a process. It's not just going to happen, in a day or two. But once again, another reason you guys should get in the community because another thing, this can all be so isolating. So it helps to talk with other people, right? I think that's definitely one of the things that you should be thinking about. Anyways, we somehow turned a straight here. I did limp with sixes. I should have raised this, open raised it, but I didn't. It is what it is. Don't hate me for it. Also, if you have any questions, comments, things like that, feel free to message me. But you guys got to stick around because this thing is going to we're just getting warmed up right here, man. This one's just going to be something. I'm not going to give anything away. You kind of just got to sit back and, get ready here. All right, I went for a little bit of value here on the river. Really small. I mean, I was just kind of like shocked we got there with the sixes here. But we did. We did, okay? All right, so player 5 did keep us honest. He did make the call there, and kind of a good start for us. Things are going our way. I mean, that Jack-6 suited, what else can we say, man? All right, now we got a 6 deuce suited to hearts. We are in the big here, and I think, like, the more you kind of, like, maybe analyze the way I approach playing, like I said, man, it really is just about outplaying the opponents in my table. And You know, you can't really approach this robotically, especially as you're playing against like, people who are better as you're moving up in stakes. You have to adjust, you got to bluff. You got to make plays, man. You got to think about it like that too, man. All right. Anyways, I shouldn't even been in this hand, but we did get there on the turn with the six deuce. Now I'm gonna basically be playing some defense with this. I'm not like getting super anything just yet. But when he checked the turn, obviously we got to go for some value here on the river. Put a little 60 piece out there. He folded right away, so obviously he didn't have anything to continue with. But thought it was kind of funny that we still got there with the six deuce suited. I mean, come on now. Come on now, the six deuce, man. The big six deuce. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's how we do it right there with those six deuces. All right, 9-5 off. Pretty easy fold here for us. That's all we got going on is a little fold, whatever. We're going to let it go. And we progress. All right, 3-10 suited. Now, if this was the 2-10 suited, the Doyle Brunts, then, maybe I'd have considered it, but it's 3-10, man. We needed that 2-10 right there to make it worthy of our time, All right, player 3 is going to re-raise this. See if player 5 makes the call. He does. All right, our 3-10 here wouldn't have been looking too good. Player 3 is going to continue here. I'd expect player 3 to do this with any, 2 over cards. Maybe he just got there on the turn with ace-king. He let out pretty quick right there. Back over to player 5, who is going to call this. River card, no idea what either of these guys has at this point. I'm thinking player 3 might check this. Let's see. He did. Player 5. Yeah, okay, so player 3 got there on the turn. He just wasn't sure, so I kind of don't blame him for making that. But, all right, we got aces, man. We got aces. Let's see what we can do here. Second to act here, definitely like that. A lot of opportunity for some of these guys to re-raise us at this point, so feeling pretty good in the neighborhood right here, okay? Feeling pretty good. Not a bad flop for aces. We don't have any clubs. I'd prefer to have a club here, but we don't. I'm going to continue. Figure player 4 is going to call us with whatever. King on the turn is a good card, I think. If this guy's trying to call us with some weird straight draws or things like that, he might continue here again. So now he did. River card was a 10. I didn't like that card. If he was calling us with a 10, but he checked it. I actually just checked it here. He had a 3. I don't know if he would have called us anyways, so I'm not going to be too hard on myself for that, guys. It is what it is, right? All right, Jack Queen off. Going to open here. 1250 piece. It's going to come back over to... player 2's got nothing left, man. What's he doing? All right, he makes the call. Don't know what player 2's doing. All right, back over to player 3. I think player 5 made this call. Let's see. All right, not the flop we wanted. I'm also a little bit weary of, only because player 2, I could see him just shoving because he doesn't have much left anyways, so I just checked it. Turn card wasn't bad. It just gave us some outs. So, we got 2 overs. We got a 10. They could give us a straight. If we look at this logically, we have what? 4, 8, 12. 12 outs. But when player 5 let out here, it was a complete red flag for me. So I folded it. Player 5 is going to turn it over, man. He's got the 5. Look at that. Oh, man, player 5. That was sneaky. Okay. All right, next we had a queen at 10 in the big here. I am going to make a call here. That was sneaky, though, with that 5 right there, huh? I'll tell you what. Sneaky, sneaky. A little sneak. All right, we paired the 10. Ace out there. Got to play this cautiously. But we got to continue. He checked it. I'm actually okay with checking it. I'm thinking maybe a 10's good here, and guess what it was? I don't know what player 4 had. Maybe he had like king jack or king queen or something. Got the 3-10 again here. We're just going to muck this one. I hope you guys are sticking with me because, like I said, it's going to get good, and we are still just warming up here. 3-10, yep. Not playing that. No, sir. No, sir. All right. Definitely feels like if anybody leads out here, they're going to take this one down. We'll see. Player 1 had the ace. Nice. Didn't see it coming. All right, we got ducks here, guys. We're in the big. Let's see if we can get a duck, man. Let's swim in the pond right now. Let's swim in that pond with the ducks. All right, so I actually was thinking, hey, let's raise it up, man. Why not? Player 2 limped. I've got no idea what he's got. Really just hoping to get that duck, and of course we didn't get the duck, so now we just got to check it. Or do we continue? All right, he called this pretty quick. Now I got to just raise the white flag here. Can't really do anything. I'm hoping this guy's got like king, queen or something like that, or, you know, something that missed. But he had sevens, so, you know, it is what it is. And we kind of get to one of the moments of this one, which is going to be fours. I'm going to give you my thought process on this because this was very weird, the way this one played out, right? Now, we didn't have any luck with the ducks, but will we get there with the fours? That's the question. I found myself in a situation in this where I had to, like, figure out how to navigate going to the turn, right? You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Player 3 is going to open at 22.50 piece. Obviously, we're going to make a call and hopefully get the 4, right? Playing pretty deep in this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we are making the call for sure. All right, back over to player 1. I think he folded this. Let's see. Player 3 is going to continue, though. And guess what? We somehow got the 4. And, I mean, this is a good flop. You know, there's a hard draw out there. Now, let's say player 3's got an overpair to this board, he's going to be in a bit of a pickle. Player 2 let out pretty big here. When player 2 let out, it kind of told me he's going with some kind of draw here, like a hard draw I could see. And then player 3, his move was to, I think, isolate here. Let's see. Because, like, normally I'm just going to probably call this to the turn, you know, and slow play it. You know, let's say player 3 called, but he raised it. Look at that raise, man. The 278 piece. So, I mean, I guess we only have one thing we can do at this point. Instead of just, yeah, I mean, this is all we can do. Am I worried about pocket tens? Not really. I can't be thinking like that. But I am thinking maybe player 3's got, it feels like one of these guys got a big heart draw, like an ace, king of hearts, ace, queen of hearts, and then maybe we're running into pocket aces. Someone's got pocket aces here or something. I don't know. But here we go. This is our moment. Okay. I got to imagine player 2 is going to make this call at least, but he folded it. Back over to player 3, who's basically committed himself. I can't see him folding now. He calls. He's going to turn over kings. He does have a heart, but he's going to be in trouble. Dodged it on the turn, and we dodged it on the river. That jack could have easily been a king right there. That was something. So we took down a massive one right there, guys. You know, also you got to look at it. If somebody was on a flush draw, they would have missed as well. So the flush draws missed there, and yeah, man. What else can I say? That was just something. Then we had a 2-5 suited, kind of like right after this. I open on the button here, and we get a really good flop with the 2-5 suited. But I want to kind of like come back to what I was talking about in this one, guys. Like even though we're putting on a show for you, things are going our way in this one. I keep coming back to tilt, right? It's something that it's easy to tilt when things aren't going your way. But at the same time, like, the best advice I can give you is just kind of take breaks, step back, cool off for a few hours, sometimes quit for the day and come back, because you got to look at this as a long-term thing, right? But just another reason to, like I said, man, get in the community. It will be in the pin comment. I think it'll help you out, man, for sure. You can talk with me one-on-one, like I said. If you've been watching here and you haven't subscribed yet, I mean, please do that. Share this on social media too, if you guys could, man. Kind of get the word out, because I'm always playing, always posting, and I'm here to help. All right, anyways, thanks for watching this, guys. We'll see you in the next one.